Now at 10, a challenge to a school district policy leads to a change for students in Girard. Plus, the city of Joplin celebrates the completion of a major road project. And an esports team from NEO wins a top national honor.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The Girard, Kansas School District tonight changed a controversial policy about the hair length of male students. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. The change came at this evening's school board meeting. The previous policy gained national attention last month when an 8-year-old Native American boy was forced to cut his hair because of school policy. The American Civil Liberties Union sent a letter to the district on behalf of the boy's family demanding the rule be changed, saying it violated state and federal gender discrimination laws. The school board tonight changed its handbook to remove the policy. In a statement, the Girard school superintendent says in part, quote, "Our work will continue to prepare each Girard student for a bright future, and we appreciate the way that people in our schools and community work together every day to make our schools a safe, caring, and respectful place for learning," end quote. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy for a first look at the weather.
Yeah, not a bad Thursday for us today. Temperatures pretty good. Most of us right around 60 for afternoon highs. A little bit chilly this morning, 31, but look at our average high. It's 48 degrees, so well above where we should be. We are dropping back. We're only going to bottom out into the mid 40s later on tonight, but 51 in Joplin. Pittsburgh is sitting at about 50, and you can see most of us upper 40s to lower 50s across the region right now. However, showers, even some thunderstorms out just west of the I-35 corridor, just west of Wichita to Dodge City, also extending all the way down through western parts of Oklahoma. That band will start to head toward us as we go through about the next 12 hours. Temperatures tonight are going to drop back into the mid 40s, rain increasing. We'll talk more about that here in just a bit.
All right, we'll see you soon. It's been a long time coming. The city of Joplin is celebrating the completion of its 32nd Street widening project. The city today held a ribbon cutting on the west end of the street to celebrate. The project widened nearly 2 miles of 32nd Street to 3 lanes, stretching from Schifferdecker Avenue to Central City Road. It also added a center lane and a sidewalk. The project helps to accommodate residential and business growth.
Improving the quality of the drive for the public. It was about meeting capacity with the 3-lane road. It's not only safer, it can handle more traffic. It doesn't make it future-proof, but it does carry it a lot farther into the future.
Work on that project began 2 years ago in December of 2021. Freeman Health System held a ribbon cutting of its own today, this one in Neosho, Missouri. The health system is celebrating the completion of an expansion of its Neosho Physician Group building. That 4,200 square foot addition cost $1.2 million. Officials say it features increased clinic and office space, as well as space for an academic center for Freeman's family medicine residency. The Economic Security Corporation in Joplin announced some big transportation news. The nonprofit today unveiled their CARS project. Now, CARS in this case stands for Community Action Ride System. Volunteers will drive their own cars and take people free of charge anywhere in Jasper, Barton, Newton, and McDonald counties. Rides outside those 4 counties are available still if the driver is willing. Economic's goal is to make the program 7 days a week, nights and weekends if they have enough drivers. High schoolers in Carthage put their culinary abilities to the test this afternoon. The students were tasked with the duty of using vanilla cake batter to create anything except for vanilla cake. The students had 1 hour to create their food, which was then judged on taste, appearance, and creativity. Culinary teacher Sonora Jones told us what it's like to see her students grow up in this program.
It's awesome. That is one of the best parts of my job, but also one of the hardest parts of my job because you get to see them grow and turn into these awesome young adults and then they leave you. But it's great to see how they are as young freshmen and how they mature and how they develop all these skills over time.
The winner of today's contest was Anna Forbes with her maple bacon ice cream sandwich. Sounds good. NEO can claim bragging rights to a national championship. The school's esports team just won the 2023 National Junior College Athletic Association esports title. It's a mouthful. And here's a fun fact. All of the members are from Brazil. KOAM's Fernandez Silva spoke to them to learn if this is a Brazilian ability.
A gente não rushou nele.
There are three options as
direita,
to
direita.
why you couldn't understand anything NEO freshman Fábio Franklin is saying. A. You don't speak Portuguese. B. You don't understand anything about esports and video games. C. All of the above. Franklin arrived in the United States with a full tuition scholarship at NEO to play esports this fall. Esports is short for electronic
Cara, tá querendo
sports,
veneno.
a
Meu
form of
Deus.
competition using video games. With his teammates, all Brazilians like his, he won the 2023 National Junior College Athletic Association esports title. For Franklin's coach, a chance to show that esports can open doors.
Right? Esports nowadays is giving the same opportunities as baseball and basketball are. They're very different, but still, in the end of the day, the same opportunity of you pursuing your college degree while you're playing your favorite game and getting a scholarship.
Sophomore Fábio Saramello says he always heard esports were a waste of time.
It's kind of crazy because that's what I heard all my life, especially during COVID when I had to choose a lot from the online classes and playing and practicing a lot. And then when I had this opportunity to come to the United States and get a scholarship was just life-changing for me.
Life-changing even in the small details. Franklin, in particular, is excited to see snow for the first time. When asked if he wants to build a snowman,
Of course, I will do. Of course, I need this. This is like a dream for me. I need to do some angels at the snow.
being from Brazil myself and with NEO's team being full of Brazilians, I decided to give it a try. We're gonna see if playing Valorant it's a Brazilian ability or if those guys are much better than everybody else. Okay, what do I even do here?
WSD motor character.
Well, I don't have 1/3 of the abilities the NEO players do. I got to understand why being from the same country can help the team succeed.
We feel more like a family, so we are more together than we will ever be. The communication, it's something that's really important on those games.
In Miami, Fernanda Silva, KOAM News.
All right, congratulations to the team. The game they were playing is called Valorant. It's a first-person tactical shooter game. NEO Esports went undefeated for the season with 22 wins. Some of their players have a full tuition scholarship. Later in sports, the Lady Lions look to stay on a hot streak on the court tonight against the number 3 team in the country. John has highlights of MSSU versus Central Missouri in sports. But first, researchers say they might have identified the specific cause of morning sickness.
The on is on. Make your holidays a little more. Go places.
New details of the timeline for Israel's war plans aimed at eliminating Hamas are emerging. Concerns over the fallout of the rising death toll are increasing pressure on the Jewish state and its best ally, the U.S. Skylar Henry has details.
Biden administration officials say the Israeli military will soon shift to a lower intensity strategy in its siege of Gaza. According to 2 U.S. officials, Israelis have told Washington the current phase of the offensive against Hamas should be complete in the next 2 to 3 weeks. The war's growing death toll comes amid heavy airstrikes and the IDF's ground operation in the Gaza Strip, where Israel says Hamas hides military infrastructure among civilians.
I want them to be focused on how to save civilian lives, not stop going after Hamas, but be more careful.
A senior administration official told CBS News it's safe to say the days are numbered for the Hamas military leader who masterminded the gruesome October 7th terror attack on Israel. After meeting with U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan in Tel Aviv, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu issued a statement saying Israel will continue the war until, quote, absolute victory.
He's playing a game, a political game. Look at me, I'm standing up to American pressure.
Even when the transition to a new phase begins, Israel's defense minister says the war will last several more months. In Tel Aviv's Hostage Square, Israel's president celebrated the last night of Hanukkah, while it remains unclear who will govern Gaza this time next year. Skyler Henry, CBS News, Washington.
A senior U.S. official tells CBS News a detailed agreement to release women and children hostages broke down when Hamas decided to reclassify young women hostages as Israeli soldiers. The official said this is not accurate because there's a group of women hostages who are not in the IDF. They were taken hostage from a music festival. Today is the 11th anniversary of the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting. Connecticut Governor Ned Lamont ordered U.S. and state flags to fly at half-staff from sunrise to sunset. It's in remembrance to the 20 students and 6 adults murdered in a first-grade classroom on December 14, 2012. The city now has this permanent memorial in place. It has a circling network of paths and a fountain in the center that lists the victims' names. The mass shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary and dozens of others since have continued to prompt calls for more gun safety measures. A new study might have found the secret to morning sickness. Researchers say the nausea and vomiting that many women experience early in pregnancy is primarily caused by a single hormone. According to the study, the amount of GDF-15 in a woman's blood during pregnancy, as well as her exposure to it before becoming pregnant, might dictate just how severe her symptoms will be. More than 2/3 of women experience morning sickness during their first trimester. The study's authors say this discovery could help lead to better treatment for severe cases of morning sickness. A little bit later, the Bulldogs take on the boys team from Van Buren, Arkansas in the Mustang Classic. John's going to have highlights coming up in sports.
Plus, we're tracking rain that is going to roll in on your Friday. I'm going to give you those details coming up next. We've actually had a pretty good week for us this week. Temperature is fantastic all week long. Most of us mid to upper 50s to near 60 degrees. And again, we did see that throughout the daytime hours for us today. We are going to get some changes in here, which, hey, it's the middle of December. We need some changes, which are going to start to work in. Nice shot. This is Indigo Sky Casino and Resort, of course. Remember, Indigo is just outside of Seneca, Missouri. All right, temperatures right now. Carthage 50, we have Lamar at 50, we have Bentonville at 51, Veneta at 51, Chanute is sitting at 52. It's not going to be as chilly tonight. Most of us will drop back into the mid 40s for overnight lows, but clouds continue to increase. A couple little showers trying to pop up. Those are mainly just sprinkles, but look at this. Look at the wall of rain. Now this is going to weaken a little bit as it heads toward us, as it pushes in tomorrow, but still we need the rain. So we got rain really just to the west of the I-35 corridor, but you can see some of these showers are going to start to sneak in to our western counties over the next few hours. The more persistent rain is going to take a little bit of time to get in here, really not till late morning into the early afternoon, but you can see this extends all the way south down into central parts of Oklahoma. Here's our upper level low. It's taking its time. It's cut off low. It's cut off from the main flow of the jet, so it's taking its time pushing through, which is okay. All right, tonight, most of you dry. Here's 6 a.m., the more persistent rain, Yates Center, Fredonia, Coffeyville, down to Nowata. This extends east, gets into Fort Scott, Pittsburgh, Columbus, Miami. By mid to late morning, it passes into southwestern Missouri by about the noon hour. And then as we go through the afternoon, we're just going to have periods of light rain. Here's 3:30 p.m., highs into the mid-50s. Let's go to 7 p.m., scattered showers, could get a random thunderstorm, and then periods of light rain continue tomorrow night. So here's 11:30 p.m. Few showers stick around into Saturday morning, and then most of this rotates out of here. Now, we are going to have the clouds all day on Saturday. We may clear out a little bit very late in the afternoon, then we'll clear out, and our temperatures will take a dip as we go into Sunday morning. All right, rain chances. Here they go. 2 p.m., 6 p.m., 10 p.m., and then start to trail off just a little bit. Rainfall, I don't think it's going to be super heavy, but we need the rain, so we'll take what we can get. I think about 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch if you live in Kansas or Oklahoma. Once you get into Missouri, it's going to be more in that 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch range, which that is okay. Temperatures hang into the 50s all day long. We have the clouds once again on Saturday. But let's start to go down the road. By Monday, Tuesday, it looks okay. We do get some clouds in here Tuesday. Kind of cool, highs near 50. But look at this. Once we get into late next week, here's Thursday, as we go into Friday, as we go into close to Christmas Eve, a pretty big storm system heading toward us. So we're going to be focusing a lot more on that as we go through the next few days. 56 tomorrow, 50 on Saturday, 56 on Sunday, some sun. A little cooler on Monday, but then mainly 50s most of next week. And I like seeing rain on the forecast because we need it.
We need it. It also means a lot of people are going to be driving,
that
unfortunately, in the rain and on some wet streets. So we do urge people to be careful, of course. Thanks, Doug. The Jasper, Missouri Police Department held their kids' Christmas party tonight. What fun. The party hosted about 100 local kids and their families. The event featured plenty of food and plenty of giveaways. Kids also got to see, well, you saw, Santa. Yeah, picked out their own age-appropriate toys, too. There's St. Nick. You can check out more from the Christmas party on our website. That's KOAMnewsnow.com. Still ahead, Missouri Southern basketball plays on the road at Central Missouri, and Carl Junction boys basketball faces an opponent from Arkansas. John Dales has highlights from those games and more up next.
Presents Marion Bright at Casey's.
Missouri Southern women's basketball has won 2 in a row, entering the toughest game of the year tonight. On the road at the number 3 team in the nation, Central Missouri. Missouri Southern women's basketball playing at third-ranked UCM. First quarter of this one, Caitlin Honeycutt nails the 3 from the left wing. She's been playing great recently. Southern up 5-0. MSSU leading 16-14 at the end of the first quarter. We go into the second. Here's Honeycutt again for 3. Southern up 21-14 at that point. Then Brandy Hudson, turnaround bucket in the paint, up and good. Southern leading by 6. Next possession for Southern. Honeycutt again, this time in the lane. Southern takes an 8-point lead. Lions leading by 7 at halftime, and they finished just as strong as they started. Huge upset win for Missouri Southern. The Lions beat the number 3 team in the country 78-66. MSSU men's hoops going for its second consecutive win at UCM. And this one, Darius Dawson gets the bucket plus the foul early going. Southern leading by 6 at that point. He'd finished with a game high and career high 29 points. Southern down by 1. Parker Long takes the 3 and drills it. Lions on top 16-14. We skip ahead. Sam Thompson now with the floater in the lane off the glass and in. 20-16. Moso leading. Now Southern down by 2 right before half. Dawson dunks it strong with the left hand. That ties it at 24. Lions leading by 5 at halftime, and they would hold on in the second half. Lions win their second straight, 75-56. Over to high school basketball, the Kenneth Suter Invite features several teams from the 4 states in Northeast Oklahoma and Southeast Kansas. In that tournament, Fairland girls basketball tonight playing at Welch against Quapaw. Winner advances to the tournament championship. Second quarter, Lady Cats leading by 3, make it 6 after a 3-point shot from Avery Atticme. Last minute of the first half now, Maylee Sharp gets past her defender with a crossover, gets fouled, and she scores. Quapaw up by 10. Just seconds left before the half now. Quapaw throwing the home run ball on the inbound pass. Sharp runs it down and converts the layup. Lady Cats leading by 9 at halftime. More of the same in the third quarter. Sharp again attacking the basket, gets the bucket and the foul once more. Then her teammates gonna get involved. Annie Chukla with a nice bounce pass down to Maggie Smith for 2. Quapaw runs away with it. Lady Cats win by 26. They'll play in the first place game on Saturday. Over in Missouri, the Mustang Classic continues this evening, where Carl Junction boys basketball plays its first game of the tournament. Carl Junction in McDonald County for the first game of the Mustang Classic for the Bulldogs, taking on Van Buren from Arkansas. First quarter, Deacon Endicott goes hard into the paint, gets the foul. CJ trailing by 6 points at that time. Closing minutes of the first half now. Glavin McDonald hits the three-pointer in the corner. Van Buren leading by 10. The Pointers would lead by 11 at halftime. Second half now, Bulldogs finding some offense. Cooper Vides with a nice pass out to Brody Pant, who drains the three ball. A few possessions later, Pant goes to Wyatt McAfee, who knocks down the three. But Van Buren really just never let up in this one. Trenton Cooley attacking the basket, goes off the glass and in. Nice touch on that one. Carl Junction falls to Van Buren in game one of the Mustang Classic, 75-43 final score. Back to Missouri Southern women's basketball, though, beating the number 3 team in the country on their home floor in a game where the Lions really led for pretty much the entire contest. Looked really good.
They not only upset them, they convincingly beat them. That's something. We'll be right back.
Candy cane cash craze this holiday. State hero.
We do need some rain, and we are getting some rain chances ahead.
Yeah, we're going to have rain increasing for us as we go through really the morning hours for us tomorrow, and then really picking up tomorrow afternoon. High temp 56, 50 on Saturday. We'll have some morning showers, and then sunshine returns by Sunday.
Final sports notes.
MLB catcher James McCann is going to be in the area tomorrow in Pittsburgh teaching some young baseball players. We're going to have more on that tomorrow.
All right, look forward to that. We're going to leave you with more from the Jasper, Missouri Police Christmas party this evening. Thanks for joining us, even to the Grinch, and let's make it a great tomorrow.